Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. And today, we got a collision for you between two Big 12 conference teams, as we're going to see the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Receivers are bunched together. Handoff to the back. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs, you get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. He breaks free. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner will be brought down. Three guys up front, line up. It's first down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Wasting no time. He's going to go deep on the first play. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid game for a first down.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Dropping back, it's Ayamaleva. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So the offense with a 1st and 10 now, and the football placed exactly at midfield. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the counter play doesn't work. Defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
No fair catch. He feels the punt. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Movement here from the tight end. Play action here on 1st down. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up on the play and taken down.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pressure is coming. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together in this drive with a little more urgency. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Outstanding field position to begin this drive. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the running back takes the handoff. Got a lane, can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Vols. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's caught. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now, they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to settle.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 National Championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you're thinking about the Tennessee Vols.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll run it here. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Breaking through defenders. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And he knocks that one right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he doesn't field it cleanly. The ball is loose. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the returner will be brought down. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Second down after that previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense, ears pinned back. They tackle him right there at the 3.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside and the perimeter to set something up downfield.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. How aggressive is this play call? Backed up here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the Buffaloes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. If they don't make the connection, that one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Using his legs on the scramble. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down. The Buffaloes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Breaks through now into the secondary. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. His passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
And the Buffaloes will have to kick it away. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Running out of time in the pocket. That's caught. It's Lewis. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Looks left and finds his target there. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion sets up a second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. On the run here, lets it go. That's caught. It's Webb. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all four quarters, it could get really ugly by the fourth.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Grab near the sticks. It's Harrison. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Snags a quick throw. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking downfield. It's Iamaleava. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, and that ball is not intercepted.
So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. He was perfect on his first attempt, but this is tougher from 49 yards away. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up the first down.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense.
And the junior gets home making a sack there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. This one has been a defensive stalemate. Let's see if the offense can get something going here. And it'll be Smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
2nd down play coming up. He'll hand it off. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle on the line of scrimmage.
Running play called on 3rd and short. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call specifically for these situations.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Oh, what a move. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
This is the 6th play on the drive. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Volunteers will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Needs a completion here on 4th down. This time, a completion. Catch made quickly, but a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 25.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Now they'll go for a two-point conversion. Back to throw. It's Ayamaleva. Looking to scramble. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he finds the end zone again, the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Tough spot here. Second and long from their 19. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the ball is picked off. You bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Scanning the field, it's Ayamaleva. The pass rush closing in. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
They look to throw it here on second down. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. That pass is caught. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. And the Volunteers will line up to boot it away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Not the way he wanted to kick it. They'll down this just inside the 35. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
How about this defense today against this run game? Here we are in the fourth quarter. This guy's not gotten over 10 yards rushing. What a great effort collectively by this defense.
Handing off on the draw play. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's running out of time here. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Those big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third-down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Gets into space at the 50. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Gonna run it. It's Lewis. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to the 36.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
And that's going to be a 1st down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we see a timeout. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Trying to create here on the move. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do? Quarterback puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over top of everybody for the touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. It's been a rough game for this offense. A consolation touchdown is all they're playing for at this point. Defense is coming after him. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better. But it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's looking to scramble. It's a fumble. It's a turnover.
Oh, just a costly turn for this offense. Last thing they wanted to see is put this ball on the ground, and really any chance of getting back into this game is lost.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the single back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the 4th quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Got it.
Here's the 2nd down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. Pocket 0-0. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12. They'll become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation.